So you're currently being charged with assault on a peace officer, evading a peace officer, and resisting arrest. Are you aware of your charges?
Resisting arrest, assault on peace officer.
And
That's
evading
what
a
they
peace
told me.
officer. Yeah, so it's 3 charges they've gotten you. They got 2 misdemeanors, and 1 felony charge on you.
Okay.
Okay, so now what I need from you, Mr. Santos, is in your words, as honest as possible, tell me what happened.
Okay. Me and my friends were driving. Apparently, the honk system got turned on like indefinitely.
You're saying that the car's horn was going off consistently.
Yes. We drove down like Vinewood. Then we got pulled over. I wasn't the driver. My friend was one of my other friends. He doesn't speak a lot of English, so he didn't understand. Then we ran. Then he took off. Then we.
Hold on. So you were the passenger in the vehicle. You went to Vespucci, where you were pulled over.
No. Vinewood.
Vinewood, and you were pulled over, but your associates did not speak good English.
Yes.
Okay, and then what happened that led to him running off? Were you both running off?
Well, he said something about police, like Kalinka, police, BCSO, and then he took off. It led to a small police chase. I hid in a dumpster. They chased
Was
him.
this police case in the vehicle, or was this police chase on foot?
In the vehicle that then turned into a foot chase, that then turned into car chase, then foot chase.
Okay, so he takes off in the vehicle. You're in the vehicle, or have you exited the vehicle?
I am inside.
Okay, so the vehicle takes off with you in the car. Then what happens?
Then we drive to some alleyway. I hide in a dumpster. Me and Sucre hide in a dumpster. Then the other guy, he goes running into some other alleyway, and I don't know what happened to him. Then after that, the cops focus on him, so we get back in the car. We had almost get away. Then we go in the metro station. We hide there. Then I take off my shirt and I give my hat to the other guy that had some other stuff he needed to cover up with it. And we both took off our shirts. We pretended to repair something in the station. They come in, guns in our faces. I beat the officer up that had the gun. And then we run. And then my friend Sucre beat up another cop, knocked him out. And then they started firing an assault rifle at my friend. And we were unarmed. Keep that in mind, unarmed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically it. When he got shot down, I gave up. So that's why I'm here.
Forgive me, I'm just writing notes down.
Oh yeah, they shot me too in the shoulder.
Was this a shotgun round that hit you in the shoulder?
Assault rifle.
Okay, so let's go over what happened thus far. You, Mr. Dominguez, and another individual were in a vehicle driving around when the horn began misfiring. As you drove into Vinewoods, you were pulled over by police. The driver reacted poorly as he did not speak English well and decided to drive off. A chase ensued, to which the driver ducks into some alleys, at which point you and Mr. Dominguez fled from the vehicle to hide in the alley. The police continued to pursue the other individual who was with you, at which point you and Mr. Dominguez go down to the subway station and attempt to leave the area when pursuing officers catch up to you and unprovoked aim rifles at you, at which point you proceeded to assault the officer and run, at which point the officers gave chase while opening fire until such a point as Mr. Dominguez went down. You surrendered, but not before receiving a shot yourself from an assault rifle. Is that correct thus far?
Yes.
Okay. Now, following your surrender and the gunshot situation, what happened then? Did they call medical to the scene? Were you taken to the hospital?
Yeah, they gave me some treatment, took me to the hospital. I talked with some guy that said he was IA. And then I went to prison.
Do you remember who in an internal affairs department you spoke to?
LSPD. Some guy with fluffy hair. He had three or four stripes on his sleeve.
Unit from LSPD. Just to ask, are you looking in any way to have a joint defense with Mr. Dominguez, or are you looking to only exonerate yourself in this moment? I have to clarify.
If possible, we could have both.
I need to let you know that a joint trial will lead to a more complicated situation. It is your choice how you want to move forward. If I do take the case, my recommendation to you is, due to the fact that procedure on the documentation regarding your arrest has been very lacking, and the only information available links to Mr. Dominguez's file, there's a good chance that I can get you off on failure to follow procedure. If we join the case with Mr. Dominguez, the prosecution will use the Dominguez narrative in the full case.
What if we separate them?
If we separate them, the chances are that I can get you off, very likely, depending on the evidence the prosecution has. I can tell you that their police report has been abysmal, but depending on if they have video evidence as such, we have a good chance of getting you off, at which point, if possible, my firm can look into helping Mr. Dominguez as well. But as a lawyer and as a man meeting here with you personally, my advice to you is that you have a better chance separate than you do joint with him.
Okay, we'll do separate then. And also, can we sue them for shooting me with an assault rifle?
It depends on the grounds of the situation. If they can prove certain matters in court, it doesn't give us grounds for a follow civil suit or countersuit following the situation. Our first objective should be to essentially either get a plea deal arranged where the charges get dropped due to the fact of misprocedure in your case, or we go to trial and use the misprocedure. The best thing that we can do now is, if I take the case, I'll have my investigators look into subpoenaing the evidence the prosecution has. If they cannot provide anything but testimony from officers, there's a high chance we can get you off on technicality of failure to meet the standards of evidence. If they have body cam of the situation, we will have to go to court and deal with it there. However, should you win, we can look into countersuit.
Yeah, because I feel like it's police brutality, man. I was unarmed.
Yes, but there's grounds for the situation depending on the fact that you injured them, you assaulted them. Now, yes, an overuse of force is definitely something that we can argue at play in the situation, as it can conflict the conviction and as well as the arrest itself. But if they can provide evidence of you fully committing to beating an officer within an inch, it adds grounds for a situation that the Tennessee v. Gardner case can argue against.
Okay.
Yes, I understand the situation, but as I explained to you, so if you are amendable to this, I can get started working a single case while I have one of my junior associates look into Mr. Dominguez's case. Now, I need to ask, do you have the name of the third individual who was in the car?
Yes. I do actually.
Are you
It's
able? Yes.
it's Ignacio. I don't know his last name. I just know his first name.
Okay, Ignacio. Do you know him well?
Oh yeah, he's one of my close friends.
Okay.
We live on the same block. You know what
I'll
I
look into the
mean?
situation and see what the evidence the prosecution has for the betterment of your situation. I will be in contact with you, and the prison guards will ensure that you are able to communicate with me via phone and such. And we will look
Anyway,
into
they
seeing
can
how we
get
can
me
do it.
out on like
Bail.
bail or something.
I think there's a good chance we can get you out on bail. I can meet with the prosecution's office as well as just go to the county clerks and see about dealing with that.
Yeah, because I know they can put one of those like foot trackers or whatever now.
I will go and take a look into that. Do you have any property or valuables that you would be amenable to putting up as a bail bond?
Shit, I got my house in the barrio. I don't know if that's good enough.
Houses generally do well on bail bonds. There is a bail bondsman still operating out of Paleto Bay, so I'll look into that after I speak to the judge. Once I've got the finalized information, I will contact you and we will begin filing an appeal within the next probably 5 hours.
So how's it looking? Good, bad?
Well, like I said, the case file report on you is terrible. Like it's sloppy. It's very. You can tell the officers rushed it. Now, Mr. Dominguez has more detail in it, but again, this is more a question of actual provided evidence. Once I'm aware of what evidence exists, if they do not meet the burden of proof, the chances are, with the only two prosecutors in state who I'm very well associated with, I know for a fact that if they can't meet burden of proof, that the judges of the states have no patience with them. So if all they have is the police report that has been officially submitted in your arrest, I can't say what will happen for Mr. Dominguez, but I can say there's a fairly good chance of you getting off, Mr. Santos.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right. My firm will be in contact with you as we begin looking into the matter. I'll let you know whether we subpoena any evidence from the prosecution that could make the situation dirtier. But again, if all they have is this police report, there's a good chance I can get this thrown out within the day.
No, perfect.
All right. Is there anything further you need or any questions you have for me at this time, Mr. Santo?
No, I'm good. I appreciate it.
No problem. My firm will be in touch, and I'll have our investigators look into the matter.
Okay, thank you.